U.S. former Deputy U.S. Marshal, retired from U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. At this time, we'll call Dr. Thomas Kline, MD, Rare Disease Specialist and Researcher. Dr. Kline, you can speak from down there if you like.
Yes, I'm a primary care physician. I'm not attached to anything. I don't get money from drug companies. I'm not looking for grants. I just have a primary care practice. And I target people, my patients are people with chronic disease. So I see lots and lots of people with long-term disease. Some need pain medicine, some not. You need to understand that the match that lit this forest fire was the assumption that doctors are prescribing too much medicine and it is leading to more overdose deaths. That's not true. The reason it's not true is the number of prescriptions we write in the United States is governed by the DEA. The DEA only allows us to write a single prescription and no refills. In Canada, if I write a prescription for a pain medicine, I put down refill times 3. That's one prescription. In the US, there's 3. That's why we have more prescriptions written. Period. Now, what about all this death rate? The word, the adjective that's always left off, overdose death. That sounds like what, Marilyn Monroe, overdose death? The adjective that's always left off is street overdose deaths. These are people dying in the streets. These are not people dying in communities. 95% of people who are dying in the streets are dying from multiple drugs and alcohol. The CDC takes a person who comes in with an autopsy and they have alcohol, cocaine, and a prescription opiate. Guess what? Those are 3 different deaths. So when the CDC reports that there are this many prescription drug deaths, it does not tell you that they were only involved. If a person comes to autopsy and they got 5 drugs in their body, nobody knows what they died from. The CDC just took back its death rates. Everybody knows that, right? All right, been cut in half. So what's the impact of the original argument? We write too many prescriptions and we cause too many deaths. Both of those statistics are wrong. So what we have is an epidemic of ignorance and fear. In this country, the government and the politicians and the general population are afraid of opium products because it goes back a long way with morals and blah, blah, blah. So I'm gonna stop for a minute, and because all you staffers are here, I'm just, a doctor. I'm not trying to pass legislation. I'm just telling you what the story is. And it is really bad out there. This forest fire has ruined healthcare. There are 6 to 7 million people in this country. That's about 2% of your populations, by the way, in each one of your states, who have no doctor to take care of them for their rare chronic diseases. People who have long-term diseases have rare diseases, real diseases, arachnoiditis, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, complex regional pain disease. These are diseases most doctors don't even know about. So the doctors have bought into the fact that, oh my God, we're writing too many prescriptions and causing these people to die. We just better back off. So check the logic out, even if their statistics were correct. If I prescribe too many pills to people, how is that affecting people dropping dead in the streets? It's not. And Janelle is with us today we're both from North Carolina, and she is a pain patient, and I thought if you staffers want to ask questions of either myself from a medical standpoint or Janelle Eljaway from the standpoint of a person with CRPS, what I just said, complex regional pain, shoot, feel free, we're here for you.
Dr. Kline, can you clarify something for me? How is it that the CDC would report deaths from opioid overdose, they make 50 mistakes on the reporting, leading to a lie that doctors are responsible for all these deaths when the CDC admitted 2 weeks ago that they didn't tell the truth?
Well, I have no idea.
And they reported and blame us? Well, not us.
They said their algorithm was wrong. They got the algorithm
And
wrong.
I would like these congressional staffers to please take back to your bosses, how is it the CDC can make a 50% mistake in the reporting of deaths blamed on doctors for opioid overdoses? You need to investigate them. Clap, come on.
Dr. Myers and Dr. Kline, they actually amended in December 29th of 2016, again in 17, and again in
50% of the deaths they blame on doctors' prescriptions, they admitted they were in error.
Okay, when the CDC steps out of line, they are not the regulatory agency to be making any comments about prescription drugs. That's only the FDA. The FDA turned down all of the tenets that the guidelines are based on. Turned them down with their scientific review. The CDC went ahead under the director, Thomas Frieden, who publicly stated that pain pills were nothing more than heroin pills. And I don't know why they did it, but that's why we're here. I think one of the finest democratic institutions we have are the congressional hearings. And these people need to go before Congress and explain themselves. Why did you do this? Why are you making up this stuff? There's so much in there. There's so much in there that's wrong. Why are you stepping out of your regulatory bounds? So anyway, both of us are, Janelle and myself, happy to answer more questions.
At this time, Janelle was